From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gary McKenzie. This local and regional news update is brought to you by Northway Bank. Want a Northway Bank teller to keep in your pocket? There's an app for that. Now available for iPhone and Android. Download yours today. Northway Bank with 17 locations throughout New Hampshire. The people you know, the bank you trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Authorities say a New York climber is dead after being swept by an avalanche 1,000 feet down a portion of Mount Washington. White Mountain National Forest officials say 24-year-old James Watts was killed Friday in Huntington Ravine while solo ice climbing on Pinnacle Gully. Officials say Watts was climbing without ropes and alone when the avalanche was triggered, carrying him out of the gully. Officials did not have his hometown. A hiker discovered the body more than 1,000 feet below the gully about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and called 911. The hiker, an emergency room doctor, checked for vital signs and couldn't find any. National Forest officials say the White Mountains contain many winter hazards, including avalanches, icefall weather, snow, and crevasses. Conway Town Manager Earl Sires says he hopes for a large turnout tonight for the deliberative portion of town meeting. Sires says the proposed operating budget of nearly $9,687,000, about $84,000 more than the default budget, reflects added costs for additional staff for the police department and buyout cleanup operations for properties in Transvaal Acres devastated by Tropical Storm Irene, as well as reduced state contributions to Conway's retirement fund. Items that have generated considerable discussion include the request from Conway Public Library trustees for an additional $18,000 for the library budget, a request Conway Selectmen and the Municipal Budget Committee recommend against. The request came after last year's firing of Library Director Tara Thomas, who was given severance benefits that extended into this year. The current library budget amount is about $465,000. Other ideas that have generated discussion include the proposal to spend about $50,000 to buy a generator and bring the Conway Recreation Building up to required standards as an emergency shelter, and whether to start saving about $50,000 a year to cover future expansion of the town's landfill. 33 of the 35 articles on the warrant will be up for discussion tonight, and while Sires says no final action takes place on them tonight, the deliberative session provides voters the opportunity to debate and amend the articles. The voting guide for the deliberative session provides background information on the issues. It's available at the Conway Town Office, the Conway Public Library, and North Conway Library, major supermarkets in Conway, Jesse's Store in East Conway, and online at conwaynh.org. Tonight's meeting starts at 7 o'clock at Kennett High School's Loynd Auditorium. The Conway School District deliberative meeting will be held Wednesday night at the high school. Final voting in Conway takes place April 9th. The Maine News authorities say a small plane crashed on a lake in Cumberland County, but damage to the plane was minimal and the pilot was not injured. The Cumberland County Sheriff's Department and rescue personnel responded to the crash on Long Lake in Naples a little before 11 o'clock Saturday morning. Officials say the single-engine Cessna crashed while attempting to land, but damage to the aircraft was minimal and there was no injury to the pilot, whose name was not immediately available. In sports, the Magic 104 team took first place in this weekend's Hannes Schneider Meister Cup race at Cranmore Mountain Resort. 93.5 WMWV and Magic 104 are proud sponsors of this special event that honors ski pioneer Hannes Schneider. Conway's Leanne Smith and U.S. ski team teammates Julia Mancuso and Loren Ross will represent the U.S. next week at the Super G at World Cup Finals after skiing in Germany this past weekend. Smith placed 16th yesterday in the final Super G of the Audi FIS Alpine World Cup regular season. Mancuso was third and Ross 22nd. New Hampshire edged Maine 79-74 yesterday in each team's regular season finale. New York beat the Boston Red Sox 5-2 yesterday in exhibition play, and the Montreal Canadiens rallied for a 4-3 win over the Boston Bruins yesterday. In the weather today, snow, total accumulation of 1 to 3 inches, around an inch in southern Carroll County, highs in the lower 30s, northwest winds around 10. Cloudy tonight, a chance of snow in the evening, lows in the mid-20s, and mostly cloudy Tuesday with a chance of rain showers, highs around 40. From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gary McKenzie.